my channel, or welcome back to my channel. Today I thought I'd do something interesting. I noticed that a vlog I did a while back about the top recommended, or my top 3 recommended baby medication is doing really well, and I thought I'd just give you an update now that the boys are older and they are toddlers now, and just to show you guys what I use on a daily basis to keep them healthy, as well as what I use when they do get sick. Now, just to let you know, Miles is 6 years old, Orion is 3 years old. Some of these things I've been using since they were babies, so if you watched the previous video, you would see some of the same things repeated. All right, so got quite a few things to show you guys, so I'm going to jump right in. I must say, Miles is not a child that gets sick very often. However, we do give him daily vitamins, which I'm going to show you guys, as well as Orion. However, Orion does get sick quite frequently. He was a premature baby, and therefore he is very susceptible to all these like little flus and little colds and everything that he picks up at school. Both my kids are in school, so yeah, Orion gets sick pretty often. So I'm going to show you guys what I use that really helps. Most of this is all over the counter, and you should be able to find at Clicks, Discount, or any pharmacy. There are 2 things I want to show you guys that you would need a doctor's prescription for, but it's things I didn't know about that once I knew about it, it worked so well that I ask for them if I do end up at the doctor's office. So let me show you guys. So the first thing I give the kids is something I give them every single day, and the first one is this. This is Scott's emulsion. It is cod liver oil, so it sounds gross, and if you don't find the orange flavor, the normal one does the same thing. It just tastes horrible. Well, the kids say it tastes fine, but I think it tastes horrible because it smells horrible. This one's a lot better, so when I do find the orange, I do buy the orange one. So this is for physical growth, development, strong bones and teeth. It's got vitamins A, D and calcium in it. So this is Scott's emulsion. This we give them every day, 5 ml each, and it's just to help build their immune. So definitely recommend this. I do think that this is the reason the kids have been getting sick less. So if you can get cod liver oil for your kids, highly recommend. It's a really good vitamin for them. Also, please make sure you speak to your doctor before you, or your pediatrician, before you give your kids anything. However, most of these are over the counter, like I say, and if you follow the directions properly, you shouldn't have any problems with them. The next thing I give the kids is a multivitamin. They also get this every day. Currently we're using Zinplex, and this is from 3 months to 12 years old, and it boosts the immune system, fortified with vitamin C. And this one is cream soda flavor. It smells really nice. This they get every day as well. It's just more immune support. So the cod liver oil is vitamins. This is also vitamins. We have asked the doctor, and you can give them both daily, so just so you guys know. As a substitute for Zinplex, if you don't prefer this one, or if it's too expensive, I'm not sure the price differences, but alternatives are Jungle Bites, Crash Guard, and I think Linktogen has a multivitamin as well. But any multivitamin will just help to keep your kids' immune systems high. So these are a combination that I highly recommend to give your kids daily, to keep them strong, healthy, and just help their immune build against all colds and things out there. Then when the kids do get sick, mostly Orion, this is what I tend to gravitate towards before going to the doctor, because I recently got some advice from a nurse that says don't always run to antibiotics right away, because their body, I'm assuming it's because their bodies can get dependent on it. So what I do is I take a day or 2 to try and medicate him at home and just let him rest it out and see if that helps. And if I still feel like he's not getting better, then I take him to the doctor to get antibiotics. But in those days that I keep him at home, I highly recommend this. I have tried so many different flu medications for the kids, and this one is just the best. So this is a Flucin syrup. show you the English side, and it's just effective relief from cold and flu symptoms. It's just a cold medication, and I give it to him in the morning and in the evening when he's really sick. Again, just consult with your doctor, but this stuff is amazing. I've tried Corex, I've tried all the other different types, and to me this one works the best. The moment they get a snotty nose, I give them 1 dose of this before bed. It does make them really sleepy and drowsy, so keep that in mind. I give them 1 dose of this and it clears them up right away, and usually within 2 days max this works like a bomb. So I always have Flucin on hand. Give it from the start of when they start getting fluey. Along with that, Orion has very, like, whenever he gets a cold or stuff, he's my 3-year-old, he gets very chesty cold, so he always has phlegm and things that sit on his chest. He does, obviously he was premature, so that also plays a factor in that, but to go with the Flucin, I get this. So this is Adco Linctopint, and this is an amazing medication for like chesty colds and stuff. It says here, make sure I know which side is English so I read it properly. It says bronchodilator, mucolytic, alcohol and sugar free. So it's just for like any bronchitis type colds or anything like that. So I give them a combination of these two, this to help with the flu symptoms and this to help with the chest and the phlegm and things. They work really well. Yeah, and these you can get, you just ask for them at Discount, they will give it to you over the counter, no prescription needed. Amazing for when the kids have colds and stuff. And then 2 items that I use on and off for pretty much anything that it's needed for, not specifically colds, not specifically every day, definitely not every day, but for any pain and fever. So if they have any sort of pain, any sort of fevers, if they're getting sick or if they've hurt themselves or anything like that, Calpol is still my go-to. I prefer this over Panado. I have heard rumors that if you give too much Panado because of the high sugar content, does upset their tummies, and it can also cause problems with their teeth. So just, I'm not sure if it's true, but keep that in mind. I therefore go towards the Calpol, which says it's alcohol free, but I don't know if there's really such a big difference, so don't hold that against me. However, I do feel like Calpol works a lot faster than what the Panado does, and it doesn't make them as drowsy, so definitely prefer the Calpol. It is for relief from pain and fever, teething pains, toothache, sore throats, headaches, and it can be given from 3 months. So yeah, really love Calpol. Really, I've been using this since they were both babies, so love that. And then for any sort of tummy issues, I still use the Muti Wenyoni as an antacid. If you watched the previous video, you will also know that I highly recommend this. You can get it at Clicks, at Discount, anywhere, just on the shelf. It's just an antacid, and most of the ingredients are the same as the Lennon's products. You know I stand for the Lennon's products, but this works. I've been using it since both my kids were babies, and it works so well. Any sort of gas or tummy aches or pains, 5 minutes after giving them 1 dose of this, and they're already doing 10 times better. So highly recommend. This is the Muti Wenyoni. Let me see if we can get it to focus. But yeah, you can see it kind of there. Antacid. That's for tummy aches. Then the other thing I use for snotty noses, because we all know the kids and their snotty noses is the worst. There's nothing worse than being completely clogged up and you cannot breathe. It's the worst. So a nasal spray. The best nasal spray that I found out of all the ones we've tried is this Sterimar Blocked Nose Baby and Child, and it is a seawater nasal spray. So it's basically just like a salt water. It's a gentle spray enriched with copper. From 3 months to 3 years old. I use it in my older kids as well, but this is what it looks like. I just highly recommend it. I just want to show you guys how different the bottle looks to the other nasal sprays. So the nozzle itself is thick, so you cannot push this too far up in the child's nose, which I really like, and it sprays really well and really gentle. Kids hate nasal sprays no matter what you do, but I find that this one is the easiest to administer without causing them to be really upset. So this is good to clear the nasal passage. And then something we recently bought, like really recent, that I am obsessed with is this thing, and this is a portable nebulizer. However, if you don't want to buy the portable one, you can just buy a normal nebulizer. We have one that we just bought at Clicks. It's a big one. It does make a lot of noise. This is the only thing that I find kind of makes the kids uneasy. This one, I'm gonna put it on and show you. It is so quiet. So quiet. It is so good that Orion even uses this himself without any issue. He'll hold it himself and do it. It just works with batteries, and it also comes with a cable if you just want to charge it. It comes with 2 of these nozzles. The one is on there, and it comes with both an adult-sized mask. It's a bit squashed, but an adult-sized mask and a child-size mask. Yeah, and so yeah, they work. This works really amazing. Now when you buy a nebulizer, you're not really sure what are you supposed to use. All you have to get is a bottle of this, and this is just saline, which is salt water. You just buy it off the shelf. It is pretty much the same as what is in here, except this they inhale it and not just, it's not a spray, it's like a steam. I find that this helps with blocked noses and all of that. As you can see, I've had this since Orion was born, and we use it quite frequently. It works really well for the phlegm and for everything, and whenever he's chesty, I nebulize him. It helps him sleep. It is amazing. So definitely recommend a nebulizer, whether it be the portable one or just a normal one. It's really good for them. And then last but not least, also important tools to have is a thermometer. If you can get one of these that we used during COVID, I highly recommend. It is just so much easier than the ones that you have to put under their arms or in their bums. This one just is way easier, and it doesn't disturb the child as much, keeps them a lot more relaxed. And then this thing. So you get different kinds of these, but this is just a nasal suckeration, a nasal suction. And it's just to basically get the snotties out of the nose. I find that when you extract as much snot as possible, it avoids it from sitting on their chest. However, if they're a chesty type of child that gets chesty sick, they're gonna still get chesty sick. This, however, I do feel helps a lot for that. I find that these ones that you get in the, you know, you get those little kiddies packs with the nail clippers and the scissors. I find that these work the best with the thick nasal thing, so you can't push it too deep, and with the bobble, whatever you call it. I find these work the best. I don't see the necessity of the ones that you have to put in and suck, and it's got a cable and all of that. These simple, cheap ones, to me, do the job. So yeah, definitely recommend. And then last but not least, if your child does end up at the doctor, what I would recommend asking for is any sort of medication that you can put in the nebulizer. This is the one that was recommended to Orion. It is Badoneb, and it's basically just was a nebulizer suspension, and it just helped his chest to relieve all the phlegm and stuff. She gave me a big box, and I used it over like 6 months. Sometimes they'll just give you a strip. They come in like a thing like this, and you just break them off and pull one little tab in the nebulizer, and you give it to the child. I sometimes put some of the saline in with it just to clear everything, but this stuff works amazing. I am out now, it is done, so next time if he does end up at the hospital again, I will ask them to give me another box. But for now, in between, I just give the saline. Then the other thing that the doctor gave the last time that I thought was absolutely amazing, and she said it's a natural product, and it's called Citron Oral Granules, and it looks like this. And basically you just put, it comes in a little sachets like this, and you can just sprinkle it over their food if they eat really well. If they don't eat well, like what I do with Orion is I put it in a little bit of water and I use the syringe to give it to him, and this helped clear the phlegm and help his chest so much. This is my last pack, so I'll definitely have to get more of these, but honestly these little packs are amazing, and you can just throw them in your bag and take them on the go for if you have a child that gets a very bad chesty cough. So if you do end up at the doctor, ask them about these if it's something your child can use. I think they work really well, and this is basically my review to say do recommend. So yeah, but like I said, need prescription, so make sure to check with your doctor first that it is something that your child needs. Do not give your child medication that they don't need or shouldn't be taking, please. So yeah, so that's basically it for this video. That's everything I recommend, and I hope that this really helps the mamas out there, or the daddies. But I must say that this seems, in the few years that I've had to like try all these medications and try and figure out what works, these are the ones that I find work the best for my kids. And with me it was a lot of trial and error, so I'm hoping that I can put this video out to help you so that you don't have to go through the trial and error. You know where to start. So yeah, this is my recommendation, so definitely check them out. I hope it can help you, and I hope it can help your little ones, and that's basically it. So I will see you guys in my next video. If you want to know any more mommy tips or anything like that, let me know what type of information you'd like to know about or you'd like me to give, and we can go from there. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I love you all so much. Make sure you're subscribed. We are so close to 1K, and yeah, I love you all so much. Goodbye.